Kia ora ana. Welcome back to Huapai Domain here in Kumu. The second T20 between the Cook Islands men and the New Zealand New Zealand Players Association Cricket Association team. My name is Bevan Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. Pleasure to have you wherever you are tuned in. 30-run win for the Cook Islands in the first game. First ball just played at the crease. Do apologise, I'm still trying to eat my lunch. It's a good ball for the second ball from Graham. Bowling to Mara Ave. Mara Ave, a Cornwall Premier player. Underneath Monterey Hill. And this one flicked off the legs, up and over mid-wicket. It'll race away for 4 runs. And the Cook Islands men account underway. And this one straight to short cover. Congratulations to the Cook Island women team who beat the Kumu Women's over on number 2. What was the margin, ladies? So roughly 50 runs. And the next ball's played down to mid-on. Graham can't field. It's a single. Reminder that Cook Islands women are in the country to play in the 2024 Women's T20 Pacific International Cup. Being played at Lloyd Elsmore Park on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It's a swing and a miss. Ends the first over. It's 5 without loss. They're playing Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Samoa and Vanuatu, including the Aotearoa Wahine women's team, New Zealand Māori women's team. The first time that the Cook Islands and New Zealand Māori will be competing in the Women's Pacific Cup. Papua New Guinea are the defending champions. Played in Vanuatu in 2022. Finals being played, the 5th and 3rd place finals being playoffs being played at Lloyd Elsmore, or the final is being played at Kennards Community Higher Oval. I think that might be Blighton. Mm. Right arm wrist spin from England, plays for Cornwall this summer. Quicker ball, flatter, and through the keeper. Second ball, bowling to Ave. And Ave has the sproom out, doesn't connect. 2 dots to start the second. single down to mid-wicket. First runs off the second over. Haven't heard a word actually, Charlotte. Well, now that you asked it though, you realise. Just realised I've given my phone away as well. Next ball, flatter. Down to third man. And they'll pick up 2. Actually, they'll come back for a third shot. The stump's at the bowler's end. But they get home for 3. Nine without loss. 2 balls left in the second. And just hangs the bat out there, does Ave. On ball to come in the second. And True wide mid on. And it'll be boundary, 4 runs. 2 overs gone, 13 without loss. Former black cap Reece Young into the side. The New Zealand Players Cricket Association as Graham's about to start his second over. Bowling to Rava on 3. Mara Ave on 10. Here's just Rava plays this on the crease. Big thanks to Kiwi sponsors At Least Concrete, DTNZ and NJC, and as well as for the Cook Islands team, for the New Zealand Players Cricket Association team, sorry, was a coffee and ice cream. As this is driven down the ground and they'll pick up 1. Third ball of the second over from Graham. And misfielded it mid-off. And they'll pick up 2. With the Women's South Pacific Seas 2020 tournament at Lloyd Elsmore. It is free to view in person if you're around the Pakuranga area. Free entry if you're unable to get there in person but would like to watch games on pitch number 1. They are live and free to air on TVNZ Plus. Wide outside offside and called so. It's the reason why I follow so many pages, because you just end up finding out so much information. Great to see you with former international players Rebecca Rolls and Peter McGlashan, part of the commentary team for it. This one, Spoon, straight to short cover. And the first wicket falls, 18 for 1 ball left in the third. I wouldn't call it instant, Charlotte, sorry. No, I can't see even when I do go back and have a look at it, I can't see who it is. Anton, one of the organisers for this game, you can certainly see him in the huddle there. Almost looks like a adult talking to kids in height comparison. As the last ball of the third over is going to go 3 point, 4 runs. Anton? Danny. And it's 23 for 1. After 3 overs. No, it's 22 for 1, sorry. First ball of Danny's second over is 2 behind square on the offside. Wind started to really pick up here actually at Huapai Domain. Zebo above is starting to sway around. And this one's short. And all the way, 6 runs. Rava just rocking back on that. And it's 30 without loss. 30 for 1. Rava on 21. Denny off 4. Was it Ave? Oh. Ave on 21. Sorry, it was Rava that was dismissed. So just waiting for the ball to come back. Does so kindly. What's Blyton got in response here? Takes a step down the wicket. And just falls short of mid-on. And it's a dot. Auckland Aces chasing 139 to defeat the Otago Volts, 41 for 3. As this will be one bounce down to the wide long on, 4 runs more. Mara Ave now 25, in top form at the moment. As the next ball shorter. Throw point, there is a player down there on the boundary. And to come and they take a single. 35 for 1. At least that is tied there.
That would have gone.
Yeah. All I heard was the noise. I didn't even see the gazebo. Last ball of Blyton's over. It's in the block hole. And it's a single to point. 4 overs gone. It is 36 for 1. MGC into the attack from the northern end here. I'm just going to do some excellent multitasking here and try and pull down the gazebo before it takes me off to Oz. Off to see the wizard. First ball into the legs and played to mid-wicket. Foot comes out. I think that was Graham there, but they've picked up 2.
I'm not going to go to the camera, are you?
Oh, okay, so let's just pull it out. Like,
Yeah. We'll have to work it.
next ball, cut behind point this time. They'll pick up 2. So back-to-back 2s in the 5th over. 40 for 1.
Liam.
Next ball driven straight to cover though for a dot. And a single taken to point though this time. Score moving along nicely at the moment for the Islands men. Down the behind square on the leg side. There's 2 runs.
Just get him.
One ball to come in the 5th over, 41 for 1. next ball. Cuts. The players behind square on the offside. And takes one. Ends the over. 43 for one after 5 overs. 44 for one.
There's one more clicker at the top. Should be one. And then you
Oh, yeah. There's that little button up the top. And then it's just release it, and then we should be able to just push it on. There's the ball there, Paul.
Just push it in.
And it's first ball of the new over. Open it on. 4 runs, great start. Good shot. Sorry, shall I know that balls?
Oh, it's tiny or tiny.
Tane. Bowling to Mara Ave
Oh no,
on 31.
that is tiny.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, not that one, but the other one. There's second ball. Flick down leg. There's a player behind square. He's going to have to chase this one well. They'll pick up 2 as it holds up just before the boundary and come back for 3. Brings Liam Denny on strike. 10 off 6 deliveries. And down leg. Wide. And a single to short to backward square. It's a single, just being confirmed that the wicketkeeper for New Zealand Players Cricket Association is former black cap number 250, Reece Young. Here's the next ball and driven just to mid off, and they get another single. Next ball from Tane down the ground, and a couple of bounces down to long off. We'll take it 1. Okay, thank you. And a single off the pads by the look of things. Yes, it is. It's a league bye to finish. And after 6 overs, it's 56 for 1. at GC into the northern end. At Huapai Domain, Kumu. Big thanks to Charlotte and her cricket club for hosting us for this game.
My pleasure. It's been amazing.
Oh, he's bowled played on. And Mara Alve gone for 35 of 23 deliveries. And it's 56 for 2. Away Parima comes out to bat. Scored a few runs in the first innings. If you are tuned in around here at Huapai Domain, there's some sausages still left for the under 15s and their fundraiser to get to Australia next year. Is it 25 or isn't? Yeah, it is 25. Thank you. I just thought it's still very early January.
Well, it was very confusing in December when we were talking about January because it was, is it this January?
Yeah. As the first ball played to mid-wicket. It's right, when I did wheelchair rugby in Tokyo, and you were talking about two tournaments, one in Paris and the other one in France. And they were both happened to be in Paris, but the first tournament was called France because it was just an international tournament, but whereas Paris is the Paralympics. But so to differentiate between the two different tournaments in 2 years, that's why what I was told it was. If you're talking about it, you talk that way. So the single to forward point for a single. No slip in place, just Reece Young the keeper. Drives down the ground, long on and long off in place. They pick up one. Reece Young played 5 tests, picked up 8 catches. 131 first class matches for 334 dismissals. According to Cricket Info, this is an appeal for LBW given straight away, and it's 58 for 3. And no, nothing happened there. Still one to come. I'm at GC, 2 wickets in this over, and MJ Williams just chops down on this. Gone behind the stumps. And they'll pick up 2. They're going to push for 3 now. And it was good running, as you probably heard. Cook Islands women team in the background. 7 overs gone. Cook Islands batting first in the second T20 of today. 61 for 3. Quarter past 3 on a Sunday afternoon here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Quarter past 4 in Rarotonga. Kia rana to you if you are watching in the Cook Islands.
I reckon that was a 7-ball over as well. That last
Now you tell me, Paul, because that's what I was thinking too. I thought it was 7. There's a new bowler from the southern end.
Henwood again.
Oh, Tana Henwood, sorry to continue. And dead balls he starts with. Played down the ground for a single. Cook Islands Cricket Association became a ICC, International Cricket Council, affiliate member in 2000, granted association members of the ICC when all affiliate members were promoted in 2017. As Denny drives us down the ground and they pick up 1. First international tournament was in 2001, the Pacifica Cup, which was played here in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. Last international tournament, the 2022 T20 Cricket World Cup East Asia Pacific qualifying tournament in Vanuatu, as a chip through mid-wicket. And 3 singles to start the over. They placed 3rd, winning 3, losing 3. There's the next ball pulled round, and it's all the way, 6 runs. Denny on to 20 now, with 11 deliveries. As the next ball is wide. Two balls left on Tane's second over, none for 21. This is into the legs and down to mid-wicket. They pick up 1. And this is back to the bowler. Ends the 8th over 72 for 3. Cook Islands men getting ready for the 2024 East Asia Pacific men's qualifying tournament for the 2020 World Cup in August in Samoa. Of course, Papua New Guinea have qualified for this year's men's T20 World Cup, even being put in the same draw as the Black Caps, to be held in the West Indies and Jamaica and Australia. West Indies and the USA will go right around the world before I get it right. Charlotte, sorry, do you know who this is?
Oh, that's Francis Watson.
Francis Watson to bowl from the northern end, and this is driven through cover, and we'll get 2. Denny on 23 now, MJ Williams 5. Point, cover sweeper, short cover, long off, long on, mid wicket on the boundary, mid wicket inside the circle, short fine leg, and a short third man in play. As the one chipped up and over mid wicket, and it'll be a single down to the man on the boundary. Kimu celebrating 80 years this season. Formed in 1943, taking part in the Kaipara cricket tournaments. As this one's chipped, short cover going back and taken. Good catch. Running back, Ahmed GC has taken the catch, and it's 75 for 4. Tiaki Watai at the crease, the Cook Islands.
How old is it? This is the guy here, who also was
It's a left-hander on strike, so it actually got a short third man, short fine leg, backward point, mid-wicket on the boundary, mid-wicket and close, and short down leg, and there's one by. Mid wicket on the boundary, long on, long off, as well as a cover sweeper. Actually, might even be deep point. This is into the legs and played to mid wicket. One to come in the 9th. a low full toss and played to deep point. Ends the over with a single. Cook Islands on a gentleman's agreement, batting first, are 77 for 4 after 9. Auckland Aces chasing 139 to win. They are 98 for 3, playing Otago Volts. After that, these games being played at Eden Park, number 1. After this game is the Auckland Hearts taking on the Otago Sparks. Of course, later on, those two games live and free to air. As Cam Fletcher's just brought up 50 runs. Both those Super Smash games live and free to air on TVNZ Duke and TVNZ Plus. And then tonight at 7:10, New Zealand taking on Pakistan for the second T20, and that's being played at Kirikiri Hamilton, Seddon Park. Single off the first ball of Nenad's first ball. Watai faced one ball yet to get off the mark. Denny, 17 balls for 26. And Watai won't be off the mark with this one. This one down leg and flicked short fine leg. And this one down to long off. Long barrier failing him that time, but no cost. Other than the run that they were taking anyway. And the next ball driven down to the cover sweeper, but just be one. 3 balls coming off the 5 balls so far on this over. Looking at his options here, and just backs into the crease. Plays this down to long on, sorry. One more to the total. Ends the 10th, 80 for 4. the same bowler, but who did we say it was?
That was Francis.
Francis Watson from the northern end. Cloud has come over. Not as sunny as it has been most of today. Wind has definitely picked up though. This one's 2 mid-wicket, well stopped. It's a dot for the first ball of the 11th. Second ball of Watson's over. Slow one out the back of the hand. Down to long on. And it's going to reach him on the bounce. Oh no, it spun the other way. And they've picked up 2. That's what happens on club grounds. Can spin the wrong way on you. It's played back to Watson for a dot. Swing and a miss as Young tries to get a stumping. I remember one of the first finals I covered at Zealand Park, and one of the captains, I won't say word for word what he said, but he said, this is not Galloway Park. You know, surface being Zealand Park, it's a better surface than just your usual club ground. As I said, it's not word for word what he said, but you can probably pick out the rest. Watson has 1 for 7 in his second. And played to short cover. Ends with a dot. 6 runs coming off the last 2 overs. Some tight bowling here from the New Zealand Players Cricket Association team. 84 for 4 after 11. As Nunard starts his second over, down to mid-wicket with a single. Nenad, sorry. Reminder, you can watch these games back as often as you like. Even can watch them back while you're watching it live. He swings round up and along the ground, and it's single to mid-wicket. There'll be highlights and photos posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in due course. Normally I'm pretty quick with them, but this is game 11 that I've covered this week, and then have another 8 games to do next week as well. It's a busy time, but something as a cricket tragic I do love doing. It's this next ball short, down to the right of long off, and is 4 runs. Misfield just to the right of screen there. And they take a single off the 5th ball. What to come in the 12th? None for 12, Nanad. In a second over. And I'll punch a single down to long off to finish. 12 gone. Nanad has none for 13. And it's 93 for 4. Francis Watson to bowl his 3rd over. Why not when he's had 1 for 7? This is down leg, and has it been called wide? No, might have just brushed something there. Scored 192 on the same pitch earlier this morning, the Cook Islands men. A swing and a miss. Similar circumstances to the run rate hovering around 7.5 and 10 for the entire innings. As this ball's slower and just into the ground. And bowled, got for another swing. And Watai out for 8 of 17 deliveries, and it's 93 for 5. Hilton Kavanagh to the crease. Number 7 for the Cook Island men. Played a lot of Prem's cricket for Eden Roskill. Bit of time at Suburbs New Lynn as well. Plays last man stands these days. For Court Short, aiming to win nationals in March later this year. And he just fends us through square leg. I think they'll push for 2 here, and they do. And that's 13 gone. It's 95 for 5. Some great bowling here from Francis Watson. 2 for 9 off 3 overs. In the Super Smash game over at Eden Park, Auckland Aces need 139 for victory, and they are 4 runs away from that total with 3 wickets, with 17 balls to spare. Cameron Fletcher not out in his 70s. So it's like Nino.
That's looks like Rohan Polar, I think.
No, Rohan Polar, sorry. Another change to the New Zealand Players Cricket Association team. And this one, missed by cover. The Old Harbour Bridge, and it started with a 4 this over. Denny moves to 37. Already had 2 50s in the first game today. Denny pulls this one up and over, long arm, all the way, 6. Moves into the 40s. And the hardest arts to do in cricket is the leg spin. And there's this edge down to third man. A good point chasing. They'll pick up 2. Hundred coming up earlier on this over. Pulls this and only along the ground though, too long on. The barrier comes out. Single taken. Aces have won the Super Smash game against the Otago Volts by 7 wickets. So congratulations to them. Good luck to the Auckland Hearts, who are playing very soon against the Otago Sparks, as Kavanagh leaves us alone. Next ball from Polar. Just plays us to backward point. Good finish to the over. 4 coming off the last 4 balls, 10 off the first 2. So 13 off. It's 14 gone, 108 for 5. Francis Watson to bowl his last over. 2 for 9. Full and just straight to point. Point making a bit of a effort of that ball. He misjudged it, but it's a dot. This one over point. There's a deep point in place, single taken. This one's through extra cover. Player coming round. I don't think he's going to cut it off. Actually, there's not enough on it, so it does hold up and they take 2. Nelson comes up. 1-1-1 for 5. This one chucked down to long on, down to wide long on, and it's going to be 4 runs. Well, James Watson, I've just seen your comments. And Paul, he has comment of the day, I think this was earlier on. He said, bring Francis on. He's got his wish. He's bowled well. Kavanagh to face him. Couple of balls left in his 4-over spell. And this one just through the covers from Kavanagh. And it's 4 more. And that is the end of Francis's spell. 2 for 20 off his 4 overs. 15 gone. 119 for 5. Mentioned Nelson in the during that over. If you're unaware where the term Nelson comes from, it's due to the fact that, well, actually, do you know, Paul? Being 1-1-1. No. So as Rohan Pola continues from the southern end. 13 off his first over, swing and a miss from Denny. He's on 47. So it's because people believe that Lord Horatio Nelson had one arm, one eye, and one leg. So, 3 things. Yeah, 1-1-1. As this is pulled down to short mid wicket for a dot. No, he didn't. He only had 2 things missing, but they're still stuck with the term. Yeah, eye and an arm that he lost. I think during the Battle of Trafalgar, off the top of my head, but this is a full toss and misses out. Just Denny looking for his 50. Connect the dots. That's what I'd be mouthing off at if I was in the fields. Join the dots together. Pulls us down and wide long on, fields it for a single. Here's another useless question to ask, Paul. Where does the term hat trick come from? As this is up in the air, player coming in, but it's going to get to him on the bounce. They're going to pick up 2. Hang on the air for a while there from Kavanagh. Sorry, what were you saying? Oh, when you finished what you're doing? I was surprised when I learned about this. That its origin, I should say, rather than why it's called a hat trick. Single off the last ball of the 16th. 4 from it. Rohan's second over completed. He's none for 16, and it's 1, 2, 3 for 5.
No, I'm not sure what's the...
So it originates from cricket. It's actually a cricket term. When a player took 3 wickets and 3 balls, a hat was passed around the crowd and collected donations,
Oh, okay. Well,
and then the hat was given to the bowler at the end of the day. Of all sports, I just didn't think hat trick would be its origin. There's a new bowler due to Watson finishing 4 overs 2 for 20. I actually can't see who that is, sorry.
What's back to Graham?
It is Graham, okay. Graham bowling from the northern end now. One for 14 in his 2 overs. Bustles in, cuts us through the third man. Does Kavanagh, and it just races away for 4, does it? No? Yes, it does. Kavanagh now moves on to...
19 actually, I think I
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, 19. That's okay, Graham. Paul, sorry, it's your one mistake for the day. They'll cut your pay in half next time. Third man going to back to the boundary, short fine leg, mid wicket, long on and long off, extra cover, backward point and cover on the boundary. Second ball of Graham's over, and this cut to backward point. Bit of a misfield, but cut wouldn't have prevented the single anyway. Next ball down the ground, and they'll move Denny to 49. Three balls left as Kavanagh taking a strike, plays for caught short, and Coco Ruff in last man stands Auckland competitions, and this is squirted out to mid wicket.
I make Denny just 48. So,
Oh, no, I know you've got him at 48.
I'm not big it's 48.
Yeah. It's right, I picked up a run where you haven't. And at the end of the day there, Paul, we've got 129. This is down the ground. And through the hands. And that is 50. No, it's not. It's Milton Kavanagh on strike, sorry. It's 4.
That's going to cost him a lot in funds.
Well, fair enough. Kavanagh now 24 off 14. Had a slow start to his innings, but doing well now. He's got a single down to long on. We've maintained the strike for the 18th over. 17 gone, 1-3-4 for 5. I think one of the worst commentator curses I've ever done is in last man stands you retire on 50, and I said I thought a player shouldn't be at the crease anymore, thinking he was on 50, and next ball put one straight up the chimney. So oh dear. And is this Danny?
Yeah.
Yep, Danny Blyton to continue from the southern end. None for 22 in his 2 overs. Wrist spinner, but doesn't really turn it a lot, he was telling me yesterday. Bowling to Kavanagh. Comes down the wicket, snaps it straight over the bowler's head. 4 runs. It's to 29. Noisy motorbikes going around the road as they'll get a single to backward point and a throw through the middle of the pitch. Is that 2 or 3 gone? Sorry, Paul. 2. That's what I thought. That's what I had. Doesn't mean to say it was right. There's the next ball from Blyton. Pulled round. There's 2 players back there on mid wicket though, on the boundary. Only be 1. This one's shorter and a bit more pace on it. Goes through the keeper. Next ball down leg and is wide. As I've just seen, noticed that the screen is frozen. I do apologise. Blyton's next ball takes a step forward and then backs it down to third man. They'll pick up 2 and just settle for 2. Kavanagh winds up. Goes big, does he? I think he does. It is all the way. 6 runs. Good healthy 12 balls there for Kavanagh. He's 38 off 20. And it's 149 for 5. 2 overs left in the innings. And this one, 3 covers, and that is 50. For Liam Denny, he's opened the innings and done well. Just needs to push on here. Graham bowling the penultimate over of the game. of the innings. A little bit slower, and there's an appeal for LBW. Finger goes straight up. And then he goes 50 and gone. 54 off 36 deliveries. And is 153 for 6. Djokovic lasts 2 balls. Graham has his second in the over, and he has 3 for 29. Cook Islands 2 balls left in the 19th. 153 for 7. Look at the wrong part of my scoreboard there. Best Broadcasting was set up in 2018 and gone to the 2018 Wheelchair Rugby World Championships in Sydney. Oscar Taylor, the new batsman. In those 5 years of Bev's Broadcasting, I have live streamed things from junior sport, secondary school sport, club sport. Last year found myself live streaming and commentating 2 Super Rugby Pacific pre-season games. Awesome honour to have. Hoping that the Blues will call me up for the yet to be announced pre-season home game. It's a single down to long off. I photographed the Women's Rugby World Cup in 2021. It was actually in 2022, I should say, but it was the 2021 World Cup, played in 22 due to COVID. What else? So this one's flicked off the legs. And it's all the way 6 runs. Kevin Arnell 44, and it's 160 for 7. 1 over to go. Always on the lookout for new adventures, folks. If you've got got anything you'd like live streamed, get in touch with me. Bev's Broadcasting on Facebook. Not the one that claims to have one follower. I've got about 106 on my new page. Danny Blyton to bowl the last over. None for 37 from his 3. A spinner for Cornwall reserves this season from England. And swing and a miss is appeal for stumping and gone. Reece Young, quick hands, the former Black Gap. And the Cook Islands 160 for 8. Tomasi Roa at the batting crease. He's got five balls left in this innings. And squares up. Peel for LBW. And Blyton's on a hat trick. First ball duck for Vanua Roa. And it's 160 for 9. Addison Rowe facing a hat-trick ball, and they'll get a single to cover. It's just saying off here that he was sitting on a hat-trick earlier today, now having to face the hat-trick ball, but does so successfully. He didn't manage to get the hat-trick while bowling, and this one's pulled round by Kavanagh, and he'll pick up a single. Here's another little quirk for you, Paul. Kavanagh's on 45. We had a 50 off the last ball of the Cook Islands innings in the first game. Well, we get another one. Bowled! Not going to happen. Cook Islands are all bowled out for 162 with one ball left in their innings. And we'll be back in about a quarter of an hour. New Zealand Players Cricket Association chasing 163 to 1. Kia ora, welcome back to Keithley Park here in Kemu, Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. It's the New Zealand Players Cricket Association chase of 163 for the victory. They lost the first game today. Chasing, let's see if they can do better this time round. Milton Kavanagh bowling to former Black Cap number 250, Reece Young. Played in 5 tests for the Black Caps in the early 2000s. So this is bounced over the top of Kavanagh. He'd be used to that, being a indoor cricketer himself. And up and down, down and up.
What's Jack's? Oh, Emmett.
Yeah, double M or double T. Double M or double T.
Jack Emmett now on strike. Had a look at the pitch if you were watching and saw someone out there with what looks like a Taranaki rugby jersey on. It's not a Taranaki rugby jersey, it's actually the Te Awamutu sub-union jersey that I'm wearing. This one's pulled down and Kavanagh does the fielding off his bowling. It's not too bad actually. I know we've only had 50 overs on it, but considering how rock hard it was this morning, I thought it might start it to break up early, but there's a few cracks in a couple of places, but nothing deadly. And this is left outside off to end the first over. Just a single off the first ball, and it's one without loss. That'll explain why the lack of grass and everything that's off it. Do apologise, I've just seen that the computer threw a bit of a wobbly and disconnected, but we're back again. Milton Kavanagh with the first maiden of the day in 50 overs. As the second over from the southern end from the number 14. And bowled him! Top of off stump. And it's a first ball duck. And it's none for one. Who was the bowler, sorry?
That is, that's
Tomasi? Tomasi Vonoaroa strikes with his first ball.
Who's the new batter?
Johnny at the crease, facing his first ball, second ball of the over, and it's been missed by the keeper. So pick up one and come back for 2 byes. No, might be 4 byes actually. And New Zealand Players Cricket Association off the mark. As the third ball was a dot.
You just missed that.
Reminded of a joke where a guy playing club cricket, gets out pretty early on in the day, and the wicketkeeper goes, "Not like last week, huh?" And the batsman goes, "Nah, last week I scored 70, got back, they'd all drunk my beer." He's played at this one from Johnny, and it's through the keeper. Very good reason to get out early.
What's Johnny Seaman?
Actually, you can have to go in. That's going to be.
2 balls to come in the second over. Just the 4 buys off it. Couple of steps down the wicket. Splits mid off and mid on. And second boundary of the over. And it's off the bat this time. 8 for 1.
It's winning.
Cook Islands and Samoa women. Samoa playing in the same women's tournament at Lord Ellesmere Park this week. The 2024 South Pacific Seas Cup. Matches live on TVNZ Plus here in New Zealand. Details still to be announced about the telecast for the Pacific. Likes of Rebecca Rolls and Peter McGlashan commentating that one. Ends 2 overs, 8 for 1. Addison Rowe into the attack from the northern end, bowled in the first game from the southern end, so it's changed ends for this innings. Starts with the dot. Next ball drives, and a punch a quick single to mid off. I think even if they'd hit, it would have been still safe. Nine for 1, 2 balls in the third over. Chasing 163 to defeat the Cook Island men. No? Oh, this has missed everything. I think we'll wait for the umpire's signal, and yes, it is 4 buys. Two and 6 balls basically. Might be 8 balls. Auckland Hearts batting against the Otago Sparks at Eden Park. As it's pulled round wide of long on, and a save, can't stop it, it's 4. Required run rate 8.42 at the moment. 17 for 1. 2 balls left in the third. And might have missed again. Just wait and see. They run through for 1. And it is 1 by. One ball left in the third. And it's played, and it's misfield at short cover. And it only cost them 1. 3 gone, 11 off it, and it's 19 for 1.
Sorry, did you hear that?
I think everybody heard it, but they don't know what you're talking about, so that's fine. I know what you're talking about. As Tomasi Vanaroa, the southern end. The wind is blowing through, picked up quite a bit here. Takes half a step down the wicket, does right young, and well fielded at short fine leg. 2 of 10 deliveries. 1 for 4 in Vanaroa's first over. Second ball, and this is down leg, it's wide, and might be 5 of them. Yes, it is. That helps the cause. Straying down leg, we've seen a bit of that today. It's 24 for 1. And this is down leg again. Keeper's managed to tidy it up. Wide run rate just over 8.2 at the moment. So 25 runs, 16 of them extras. So not quite a third. Kiwi Cricket Club, who was hosts here, celebrating 80 years this season. Unfortunately, celebrated it last weekend with their 4-ton roller being stolen. This one, almost a French chop onto the stumps. So I'm just sorting photos from yesterday while I can. As this one's played down to mid-off. No run. This might be a no ball actually, is it? No. Yes, it is. Did they run it all, sorry, Paul? No, just a no ball. So free hit coming up here for Reece Young, 2 off 14. And he's going to push this down to long on. That'll be one. One ball to come. As this is just fallen short of short mid wicket. He might have got underneath that a bit more, Johnny, but he hasn't. Ends Vanararoa's second over, 1 for 13, and New Zealand Players Cricket Association 28 for 1 after 4. Addison Rowe, 1 ball into his second over, none for 7 with that single. Johnny 10 off 10, Reece Young to get away at the moment, 3 off 15 deliveries. Reminder there'll be highlights and photos, you'll hear the click 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 in a second, posted to Facebook, Beth's Broadcasting Official. There's a link in the description. A single down to long on, coming be posted in due course. Just got quite a bit of cricket on at the moment. This is my 11th game this week. Day off tomorrow before doing 3 days of 2 T20s for the under 17 girls summer series T20 at Keithay Park. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or live stream to Bev's Broadcasting YouTube channel, the one that you're watching it on now. Eden Roskill games that will be live streamed, like the boys were. Next ball, clipped down leg. And it's hit the pad, so it won't be called wide. Check. Not a bad photo. No. Hang on. As this one's aerial, mid wicket going back and dropped. They get through for a single. Just the problem is the one before it.
Just it flick past.
No, I'm saying, well, the next photo along you can't see it.
Yeah.
So it's a good photo. Yeah. 3 off the 5 balls, 1 to come in Rose second over, none for 9. And this is left alone. I think it'll be wides, it is. And 4 more of them. Helps the New Zealand Players Cricket Association score. 36 for 1. 1 ball left for the 5th.
What are you doing on Monday? You taking Max to play golf? I don't know.
And this is down league and called wide. What are those extras up to there, Paul?
23.
23 extras of 37. Oh, 38. I didn't add.
Alright.
Must have been another wide there.
We'll book it in for a couple of weeks. Next week,
Rose 10th ball, and it'll be another wide. This is 9th ball, sorry, of the over.
You won't argue with her.
Any more balls on the score?
Any more?
Anyway,
Oh, no, I've almost run out. As he's really struggled with his line here. I did say I can't comment. My first over in senior club cricket was 13 balls. Thankfully I got a bit better than that.
Better to get it out of the way now.
Oh, definitely. I did like to point out the first legal delivery I bowled was a wicket. But the joke was that the batsman got sick to death of what I was bowling. So, as this one, just in front of cover, and they'll pinch a single on the misfield. And it ends a very long and expensive over. It is 41 for 1 after 5. Mara Ave into the attack from the southern end. And a single pass to him. Plays for the... actually, they'll come back for 2. Plays for Cornwall Premiers. Tamaki Makoto, Auckland, underneath One Tree Hill. Well, we have a random fact for you that One Tree Hill, there's a song off one of the best-selling albums of all time named One Tree Hill. About that hill, or dedicated about that hill, as this is to mid-wicket for a single. Do you know what album the song One Tree Hill's off, Paul? It is definitely off Joshua Tree, the U2 album. I think about 5th or 6th best-selling album of all time in terms of sales, as there's 1 down to mid-wicket. And a misfield. I'm just waiting, is that, no, just 2 run in the end. No, it's 4, now given is 4. Next ball's full, and played back to the bowler. single to mid-wicket this time. One ball to come in Ave's first over, none for 8 so far. 49 for 1. One ball left in the 6th over, and that single down to mid-on will bring up the 50. And it's 50 for 1 after 6 overs. So we've had another 7 ball over, and that's in the inning end of Johnny. He's gone 12 off 15 deliveries. And it's 50 for 2 after 6 overs. Just waiting to see who the new bowler is at the northern end here. And this is down leg. It's wide. Sorry, who was it? Tiaki. Starts with a wide. Watai. And this is behind the stumps, and they'll pick up 2 runs. Looking at that, yes it is. First ball was a wide, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
2 runs.
two runs to Young, wasn't it?
Yes, I've got the wrong player on strike. So this is down to long on. For a single. And this one, almost stopped at cover. I'll pick up a single. Deep square on the boundary. Short fine leg, cover, backward point, play. This is just dead battered it into the ground. Long off, long on. A cover sweeper. As this is going to fall short of deep square coming in. It'll be 1 run. 2 to come in the over. Have I missed one?
No.
Or, Mara Ave, and then it's a single to mid-on. Cover couldn't come around and take the catch. Takes a step down the wicket, fires it through mid-wicket, and will beat the fielder on the boundary, 4 runs. Joel on 5 now. Reece Young on 14. Actually got him on 18, but
No, so I stuffed up net over. I moved it back because I gave 2 and a 1 that Young got at the start of the over, and then the boundary was hit by Pierce. So,
oh, okay, yeah. Single down to long off. Main thing is, as we've said, Paul, the total is right. And a single dot ball back to the bowler. $101 required from 75 deliveries. As Young goes downtown all the way, 6 runs. His first maximum of the innings. This time beats mid-wicket and gaps the fielders. Another 4 more to the total with 72 for 2. 1 ball left in the 8th.
that should be over that front.
Is it? Okay. You got 72 though?
Yeah.
Cool. I just missed a dot. Two for 20. 2 overs for 25. Mara Ave. Tiaki Urutai into the attack from the northern end for his second over, none for 6 of his first, and they concede to single. Switch it coming out and taken. The end of Reece Young is gone for 24 off 29, and it's 73 for 3. Graham at the crease. 90 required from 70 balls. Required run rate 7.71 at the moment. Cuts us 4 to point, and they'll pick up 1. Played down to long on for another single. You got 2 to come? 75 for 3 with 2 balls left in the 9th. Next ball into the pads and wait for a signal. 1! Yeah, I was going to say I didn't see a signal. So 1 run. Last ball of the over to mid-wicket. Ends up with the dot. Is 1 for 10. Offers 2 overs. Tiaki Ruotai. 76 for 3 after 9. Number 20. Just here.
That was MJ. Who's bowling now? Yeah.
MJ Williams into the attack from the southern end. Didn't play in the first game. Let's look round to leg side. We're just off the pads though. Thought about a overthrow. That's 1 leg by. Joel Ingalls on strike. Plays for another Cornwall Premier and reserve player. Played in the reserves. Big win over Eden Roskill yesterday in the major one-day limited overs. Single down the ground. We've got about 4 players from Cornwall in this game. Pulled round front of square. And I'll pick up 1. Required run rate just hitting 8 now. 8 and over. 84 from 63 deliveries. This is an appeal from the keeper, but not really supported by anyone else. So we're going down leg. This is the next ball from Williams, and Joel Ingalls just plays us down the ground. For 1. 4 coming off the first 5 balls of this over. Just another little reminder, you can watch these games back as often as you like. There'll be photos and highlights in due course posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page. There's a link in the description of the video for that Facebook page. It's a single to mid-wicket. This week coming up in cricket around the grounds, under 17 girls Auckland Summer Series tournament taking place at Keithay Park. As that ends 10 overs, it's 81 for 3. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games at 10, at 9 and 12:30. While also at Lloyd Elsmore Park in Pakuranga, the 2024 Women's Pacific Cup Series taking place, which is what the Women's Cook Island and Samoan teams are here warming up for. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Lloyd Elsmore Park. Sunday, the 3rd and 5th place playoff games, with the final taking place later on in the day at Kennards High Community Oval. See first ball of the 11th over. Can't get there in person, games on pitch number 1 will be live streamed to TVNZ Plus. They have 3 cameras ready to go. Who was the bowler, sorry? Tiaki Watai. 1 and a dot of his over so far. TVNZ Plus and Aotearoa New Zealand bringing the number 1 field matches. Plus the final. As tries to whip this down leg and can't. I'll scamper through for 1 leg by. As this is played to short third man. Down the wicket and a couple of bounces to short cover. Ends the over. No. I thought there was a single in the over.
Got 3 dots and then by the 2 dots.
Yeah, I thought there was 1 off the first ball. No, okay, we'll go with what you've got, mate.
Yeah, I'll make it 82.
82 for 3 after 11 overs. For sure. So who's on strike? Was it Graham? Yeah. As MJ Williams starts his second over. Tiaki Uratai, 3 overs, 1 for 10. Swing and a miss. Next ball misses again. Quad run rate 9.34 now. It's starting to climb. It's just been some quiet overs for the New Zealand Players Cricket Association. Pulls round, up and over the square leg umpire. Down to deep square for a 1. As this is straight back at Williams. Caught and bowled. And New Zealand Players Cricket Association 83 for 4. Joel gone 10 off 13 deliveries. Rohan Polar, and at the batting crease. Just gone 10 past 5 local time, 10 past 6 in the Cook Islands, Kia Orana, if you're tuning in from the islands. So this one's flicked down leg and won't result in any runs. Just noticed that my screen's frozen, so I'll restart that again. It's the last ball of the over, and it's hit to square leg for a single. 12 gone. It's 83 for 4. Required run rate now 9.88. Not throwing Simba off the balcony, are you? Maybe? Oh, poor Simba. Tiaki Uotai to bowl his fourth at the southern end. Starts with a dot, ball played just back to him. Played to cover. And they'll get a single to point this time. Big thanks to Paul, who's been scoring these two matches today. Thanks to the umpires, the management of both teams, the organisers of this Kimu Cricket Club as well. Valuable experience for the Cook Islands men's team as well as the Cook Islands women and Samoan women teams who are warming up for that Women's Pacific Cup tournament, as this is one's behind square and it'll be boundary, first boundary in a while, and Graham moves to 9 off 13 deliveries. It's 89 for 4, 2 balls left. Big thanks to the groundsman as well for getting a pitch prepared. No, it's a used pitch, but still a bit of work goes into making sure that it's still playable. Backs into crease, and half an appeal for RBW, not given. This is played to point. If a good point comes round, fields it. That's Chiaki Watai's 4 overs done. 1 for 15, some great bowling there. 13 gone. 89 for 4, required run rate 10.57. Sorry, were you not going to yourself?
Yeah, one, two. Yeah, I don't think that one was protection.
MJ Williams, who took a caught and bowled in his last over. It's driven down the ground for 1. 1 for 8 in his first ball into his third over.
Look, I think he's down here. I think he's down here. Oh, I dropped it. Let's go get it. I dropped your teddy out, so we need to go get it.
Bowling to the left-handed Ryan Polar. Third ball of the over. Slower ball. And just hit to extra cover. Boundaries are needed and boundaries quick at the moment. Required run rate over 11 and over now. Just hit down the ground and there's a long off in place, so just 1. It's a nice one-handed catch, mate. Well, where's it going? Oh! Ah! Pulls out the sweep, goes down leg. 1 more. And moves to 10, actually that's Polar on strike. What have you got the score as that there, Paul? 92.
Yeah.
Okay, I have made a meal of that scorecard once again.
Poles on 3.
Graham on 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
92 for 4.
It's back to Kavanagh, isn't it?
As Milton Kavanagh to bowl the 15th. Gets a single to mid-wicket. Come back for 2. Winds up, tries to get this gapping through mid-wicket and long off, but they only pick up 1. Just played deck to mid-wicket for another dot. Same place. Fielder didn't really have to move there. One to come. Two to come. This one played off the back foot cover. Clipped off the legs, down to backward square, and I'll pick up a single. A bit of an apology coming in from the keeper. It's 96 for 4 after 15. Mara Ave to continue after a brief spell off the bowling crease. That was a single in his third over. Is not too sure what's happening here. Actually, might be taking his helmet off. I think the last person I saw not wearing any headgear, either a hat or a helmet. Not that I've ever worn a helmet in my life. It's a appeal for RBW, but height might be the issue there. Might have been the old Glenn Maxwell that scored the 200 in India against Afghanistan on one leg. And for most of his innings, he wasn't wearing anything on top of his head. It winds up. Player down there. And taken. Long off. And it's 97 for 5. Tana Henwood to the crease. You got 2 balls or 3? 3, yep, that's what I thought. No, sorry, I've had to go to my manual scoreboard. Bit of a chuckle between keeper and batsman. I'm just wondering that. Mate, next ball's full toss. And taken on his follow through. Low full toss, hit back even lower. And the 6 wicket falls. And Ave will be on a hat trick. And the first ball to Danny Blyton. Mara Ave was actually on a hat-trick there, the third time that's happened today. And still no hat-trick from anybody. And almost, oh, that was close. I'll pick up a single. And it ends the over. 98 after 6. 98 for 6. 16 gone. Upton Kavanagh to continue from the northern end. A couple of cracks maybe in a few places he might be able to pick out. I don't think they're on any worrisome lengths for a right-hander, and especially when that one's a full toss. Be a single down the ground. .64 required from 23 deliveries. 64 from 23. And I'll punch a single down to long off. Actually, I'll come back for 2. And that brings up the 100 for New Zealand Players Cricket Association. It's 101 for 6. 2 balls into the second. 2 balls into the 17th. There's a low full toss and dug out by Graham. We'll play this along the ground down to long off for one more. 102 for 6. This is dug out, short mid wicket comes round, can't prevent the single being taken. One ball left in the 17th. Auckland Hearts 91 for 2 after 13 at Eden Park. Batting first against the Otago Sparks. Just got another story here for you, Paul. This is a single off the last ball of the 17th. And it's 104 for 6 after 17. I was live streaming a game at Grammar Tech earlier this season, and there was a couple of people I know who are rugby and cricket in attendance, and I was standing there as I went to leave. I'd shoot off somewhere. I was standing there talking to this woman. Had no idea who she was, didn't care. I just needed to say goodbye to these two guys. As Mara Ave into the attack again. Graham winds up and goes down to backward square for a single. And, said goodbye to them, and one of them turns around and goes, "Bevan, this is Susie Bates."
Oh, yeah, bro.
Did not recognise her at all. And I was left a bit gobsmacked. This one has hit long and all the way. Is it? Yes, it is. 6 runs. And I was gutted. I got down to my car. I was torn between doing what I had to do and doing what I wanted to do. I picked up my phone, to tell my partner I was on my way. She goes, no rush. I've had to drop the son off to the gym. Funnily enough, I managed to find time to speak to her. Next ball, this is down the ground, might hold out here. And it's unlucky, it's been parried away for 4. It was a great attempt. Back-to-back boundaries. And if you're unsure of who Susie Bates is, over 300 games for the New Zealand White Ferns. She had the honour of the University of Otago being named after her earlier this season for a White Ferns match against Pakistan. One thing also people forget, she played basketball too. As it's a full toss down the ground and a single. Not only did she play basketball at a top level, she actually represented New Zealand at the 2008 Summer Olympics, the Tall Ferns. Very talented sportswoman, awesome lady to talk to as well that day. Backs into this and plays this to short cover and a run off the misfield. It is one left in the over. And 1-7 for 6. And Ave just can't collect this in the follow through. Ends the over with a single. 1-1-8 for 6 after 18. Milton Kavanagh to bowl his last of his 4 overs. Going to Danny Blyton on 15, Graham Moore on 18, and on striker's end. Low full toss and beats short mid wicket, short cover, sorry, on the side of the pitch. It's a single. Had the pleasure of commentating with the likes of Dion Nash, Graham Mead, who commentates a lot of Waikato. Waikato and Chiefs commentator on radio. The game I commentated with Dion Nash. It's a last man stands game that him and Mark Greatbatch were playing in at Cornwall. This is a single. It wasn't that game that I was commentating. They were there to play in another game. Dion was great to talk with. Not the first time I met him. Met him as a kid also. This is a single down to long on. So that target of 163 is going to be just a bit too much again for New Zealand Players Cricket Association. 42 required from 14 deliveries. As this is hit straight to cover. But anyway, as Dion and I were talking, Mark Greatbatch, who of course played for Cornwall, alongside Martin Crowe. And Martin went off carrying a bag with him, and I just managed to yell out to Mark and go, time up, as there's 2 and I can't collect. It was well gone. Graham Moore was struggling, but he didn't collect it cleanly, and it's 2 to end the over. 1, 2, 3 for 6 after 18. And I yelled out to Mark and I go, time for warm-ups, is it, Mark? And he shook the bag and goes, definitely. And you could hear a very distinctive clonk clonk sound. 18 or 19 overs gone? Oh, you fooled me because you got 17 on the scoreboard. 1 over to go. I had 18 in that over, but I went with you. I was too trusting, Paul. MJ Williams to bowl. No, is that? No, it's not. It is. Tomasi Vanarora.
Yep. That was a dot to start off.
And a dot to cover. Just a reminder, highlights and photos posted to BF's Broadcasting official in coming days. This will be a single to the leg side off the second ball. And next thing they're going to push back for 2, so some good running there. Not in coming days, sorry, in due course. Coming up this week on BF's Broadcasting YouTube channel, under 17 girls in Roskill Chairman's 11 games. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if you're looking for more cricket action, there will be one more ball to be bowled, as that one's wide. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the Women's Pacific Cup. Excuse me, as it was a bit of an ugly throw to cover. Being played at Lloyd Elsmore Park in Pakuranga, Tamaki Makaurau. Matches on pitch number 1 as this is driven down the ground. Signal to Long Island. We'll be live and free to air in New Zealand on TVNZ Plus, on the TVNZ Plus website and app. Details still to come about how to watch it in the Pacific. Saturday, Eden Roskill Pro Water Blasting Wolves taking on Papatoetoe and Richard Jones Trophy. And then on Sunday, Kenmonder Park with Suburbs New Lynn taking on Parnell in the first semi-final of the City Guard Premier Men's T20 competition. Big thanks to all of you that have stuck around and watched. There's no real point of doing this if nobody's watching. It can be a bit boring. There will be one more to be bowled. Suppose, Paul, the way this innings of New Zealand Players Cricket Association's innings, it's got to end in wides, doesn't it? It started that way.
Well, after the first maiden, the first over, then after that,
I completely forgot that first over was a maiden.
he didn't bowl again after that.
There's an appeal, but it's going down leg. So there'll be one ball to come. Try and grab some team photos as well. One ball left. And only 33 required from it. Vanarora, oh, it's a short one. Blyton goes big, gets 6. And that'll end the game. Congratulations to Cook Island men. Good luck for them in August when they go to Samoa to play in the East Asia Pacific Regional Qualifier Tournament. Good luck to the Cook Islands women's and Samoan women's. We're still playing Kumu women on the other pitch. Until next time, folks, ka kite anō.